What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Keep It Kula Podcast. My name is Jacqueline. Got my guest host Owen here, as always. Always happy to have cousin Owen on. Uh, Not a ton of energy starting this episode. Feeling a lot of feelings right now about our Blue Jays. We will talk about the New York Giants in a bit, though, which is high vibes. High vibes are high. The Blue Jays had game one and game two of the ALCS yesterday and Sunday evening as well. Owen, cousin Owen, you were at the game yesterday. Uh, I think first let's start off with game one. That's the best way to put it. But how are you? I haven't even asked you. How are you, cousin Owen?
I'm good, Jacqueline. How are you, cousin Jacqueline? Everything good with you?
Doing well. It's hard when your baseball team is not doing well. It's hard, but when your football team is doing well, it's gives you a little bit of that burst of energy that I think you and I need
Yeah.
right now. And I'm sure you're a little happy that the Leafs lost yesterday too, with like seconds
Of
left in the game, Mister Habs fan over here.
course, of course. My Habs are looking good too. My Habs are looking. We're looking smooth. So I'm happy with how that's been. But yeah, yesterday was the last couple games were quite something for the Jays.
Yeah. So game one,
Yeah.
we were at a wedding, as we said in the last episode. We were kind of watching here and there. Honestly, it's a game where I'm not mad that we missed it. Obviously, I'm actually really happy that we were dancing and having a fun time during that awful evening of baseball. But obviously, you and I were watching a little bit here and there, caught highlights, saw that the Jays simply couldn't hit the ball. Two hits the entire game, which was the Springer home run, leadoff home run, and then the Santander double. Other than that, nothing happened. Gosman wasn't bad at all, honestly. I know he let up some costly moments, but it wasn't a bad job by him whatsoever. It was that our guys couldn't hit. So I think that's the best way to describe game one, and that the Mariners are just they looked good.
Yeah. It was when I know you're thinking what I was thinking when Springer hits the leadoff first pitch home run. You're like, no, I'm not even gonna say we're so back. We're still here. Like we're still here. I was like, wow, this is gonna be a great game, right? It felt like all the other games start off hot, keep it going. And no, it wasn't the case. It was like first pitch magic and then disaster. I think like 20 people at the wedding were like, dude, I heard you screaming like when he hit the home run.
Yeah, it was at the perfect moment too, because you were on
Yeah,
one side, I was on the other side. Your feed was ahead of mine, so then me and my
yeah,
brother are like, "What the hell are you guys screaming about?" And then we see that, and
yeah.
the vibes were high at that moment. And then, yeah,
So,
we were checking here and there during the party, and yeah, we
but
we had a Yankees fan sitting near us, sitting at a table near us. So we were doing a little trash talking a little bit before. We didn't
yeah,
get a chance to chow. I didn't get a chance to chat with him after, but I'm sure he was thrilled.
yeah. It's. I know who you're talking about, the Yankees fan. It's one of my brother's good friends, so I know him quite well, and he was happy to see the Mariners beat us 3-1. It was 3-1, correct? I almost think
Yeah.
yeah, 3-1.
Mhm.
Anyways, the vibe started super high in that game and ended very low. Disappointing. Gosman was good. I know he blamed it on himself, but he was very, very good. Yeah, disappointing. The bats didn't do anything. The defense was fine. Like everything was really fine besides just not getting runs. So that was a disappointing way to start the series for sure.
100%. And then going into game two, the vibes were high. You know,
Yeah.
we I was excited. I Vibes were high. Oh, and the that's all we talk about. Are the vibes high? Yeah, they're high.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everyone was at this game. You were at this game. Your brother, our cousin Leanne was trying to get me to go, and I was like, you know what, my record has been great this year, and I felt confident about this game, but I kind of just I didn't really feel like going. I love going to games, and like if you can go, but I just kind of wanted to chill and watch at home, because like the night before I didn't really get to watch the game. I just wanted to like relax and watch with the fam. So during I don't know, like the seventh inning or something, I texted her being like, are you happy that I said no to going to this game? She's like thrilled. So tell me your experience at that game. Start off with the good stuff. What was it like attending a playoff game and getting that rally towel and see Trey Savage come on the mound and seeing Josh Donaldson throw the first pitch?
So Josh Donaldson throwing the first pitch was electric, and it was even more electric because I recently went to a concert. It was a 2-day concert, and the artists who usually walks out with someone. He didn't walk out with anyone. And the second night he walked out with Jose Bautista.
Oh, Wallen,
So I was like,
Morgan Wallen, you're talking about, no?
Morgan Wallen. So I
Yeah.
was like, yo, what is this? Like, you don't come out with anyone, then you come out with Joey Bats day 2. So I was pretty disappointed with the fact that we didn't get anyone. So I feel like Donaldson throwing the first pitch was like a makeup for that.
Yeah.
Bringer of Rain, like huge fan of him. When he was on the Jays, it was electric. So big fan of him and happy to see he looks like he's doing well. He threw out a great first pitch. His first pitch was fantastic. Like guy maybe should have been a pitcher, honestly.
Could have.
So he looked fantastic. So that was really exciting. Yeah, listen, the vibes are high when Vladdy's up at bat in the first inning. Everyone's chanting Vladdy, Vladdy. Like it was amazing. It really started off great. The 3-run home run, obviously in the top of the inning was, it was a bad way to start the game. But when the Jays got 2 runs at the bottom of the first, it was like, okay, we're right here. Like I wasn't, put it this way, when they're up 3-0, I'm stressed, right? You're down 3-0. It's like, oh my god, I'm at a playoff game. I haven't been to a playoff game in so long. They're down 3-0. I was really stressed. All of a sudden they get 2 runs. Okay, great. Like we're in this game. It basically felt like they were tied,
Exactly. Yeah.
And then they do tie it up to make it 3-3, and then the Mariners get another 3-run blast. So I'm like, we're just on the defensive this whole game. Quite honestly, I was with 3 other guys, with my brother and 2 of his good friends. Great people to be with at the game. I had a lot of fun with them, but we were just frustrated the whole game. Like we were cracking jokes. Like it was one of those type of games where we were making jokes the whole time in frustration. Like during the 7th inning stretch, we were adding words to the song, not necessarily appropriate words that I'm going to say on August, but adding words, about the Jays not being a good team. Blah blah blah. It was quite honestly, Jacqueline. There's a lot of analysis we could do in this game, but it was more just mostly frustrating. We got destroyed. Pitching was terrible. Let's be honest, Savage wasn't good. Giving him a 3-run shot in the first inning, that's just not good, right? So I know there was a couple pitches that maybe could have been called strikes that were balls, but but the truth is that's baseball, right? I know like we can do that all day, but for 100 years that's happened, right? So you take the goat to bad with umpires. If you don't want to complain about pitches, then have a robot, right? If you don't have a robot, we really shouldn't complain because that's human nature. They're going to make some close misses.
100%.
But yeah, Savage wasn't good. The pitching wasn't good. The offense was pretty bad. 4 runs in 2 games. Think about it. After 2 games, the Yankees had 20 plus runs. What was it, like 23 runs or something?
I have the stats here. I don't want to interrupt you, but I have the first 2 game stats. So 2 games against the Yankees and 2 games against the Mariners. Runs against the Yankees in 2 games, 23. Against the Mariners, 4. Hits against the Yankees, 29. Against the Mariners, 8. Extra base hits, 14 Yankees against the Yankees, 2 against the Mariners. Home runs, 8 against the Yankees in 2 games. In 2 games against the Mariners, 1. Strikeouts, 7 against the Yankees and 9 against the Mariners. So there's a big difference going on with the way that these guys can hit and can score and can run and whatnot. And yeah, it's a total disconnect of what we saw.
And there's a part of me, call it irony, call it whatever, but maybe the superstitious part of me even, where it's like, right when I told you I believe in this team, they fall off a cliff. So it's like, maybe that must have crossed your mind, right? Like, maybe I just shouldn't have said that. Like, I was hating on them all year. They didn't stop winning. Right when I tell you know what, Jacqueline, I'm turning. I think I might be shaving my head. They fall off a cliff.
I think you got to be a hater. No. You know what?
Well, I will say this. I actually will say this. It's not about being a hater, Jacqueline. I genuinely do not think you're shaving my head anymore. I'm not even trying to be a hater. I know. Just literally a week ago, I was saying the opposite. But at this point, it's hard to see them winning. I don't know. It's hard to see them winning 2 or 3 out of 3 in Seattle. Seems pretty difficult. Minimum 2 of 3. Maybe they can win 2 of 3, but even if they win 2 of 3, okay, which would be a good result, right? Like, I think if you told Jays fans they're going to win 2 of 3 in Seattle, they'd say, hell yeah.
Hell yeah, series back on.
Hell yeah, series back on. We're still down 3-2. So, I don't think you're shaving my head. I'm really disappointed. I really thought, like, we might have had, like a matchup with the scary Dodgers, and I was like, really, like, that's a nice Halloween matchup, right? That like gives me the shivers. Dodgers, Jays.
I was talking to my friends about Halloween, about how because I usually like to host like a little chill thing with them, and then we'll go to like a club or something like the next night or whatever. Sure. So I was saying, like, I don't know if I'm hosting, and I don't know if I'm gonna go out with you guys, because the Jays are in the World Series. Like, I'll host a watch party, but like. Yeah. Halloween, like but now I'm thinking like Halloween might be back on. Unfortunately, like I love
Yeah.
Halloween, but I think I love Blue Jays baseball a little more. And look, I even have my postseason hat. I just got this. Look how stunning with the gold 2025 postseason. I still love it, and I'll still cherish this season. But yeah, man, it's there's such a difference of how we felt against the Yankees and going into the series to right now. I'm still like an overly positive person, when it comes to sports, when it comes to, listen, we've had that as Giants fans where you kind of have to learn and you have to learn to be positive and
Yeah.
it hasn't happened. There's a stat, I believe, where no team being down 2-0 in a best of 7 series at home go on to win the series. I believe that's the stat. It's a bit of a confusing stat, but because we
Sure.
lost the first two at home, listen, if the first two started off in Seattle, the vibes would be much different because knowing that we're coming back home, the
Yeah.
momentum, everything, the vibes would be so different. The series wouldn't, like, no one would be talking about how it's over. I don't think so in a best of 7 series, but because it happened at home, sold out crowds, you're down 2-0 going into Seattle, it puts a sting in it. It puts a burn in it. I'm still hopeful. I'm still saying Jays in 7. I am. I'm confident. I'm overly confident. It's might be a bad thing as someone who is in the sport media world to be an overly confident person, or it's a good thing because I've tried to be positive. But I still think I'm going to be shaving your head. I'm still thinking Halloween's canceled, man.
I
I'm
know.
thinking,
I listen, Jacqueline. Nothing would make me happier than you shaving my head. It really would be awesome. I don't. I know this is going to sound really negative, and maybe it's better I'm negative, so we should be okay
maybe,
with it because
might
it
be,
brings the good vibes. But I honestly am starting to think like, what's the legacy of this team, right? Like if this team makes the World Series, like you talk about history, legacy, whatever, like that's great. Like Vladdy, Springer, like all these guys, right? Even like you think of like Fluharty, just all these different guys who've put in so much good work this year. Even like Jeffrey Hoffman, who I love to hate on. All
Jeffrey.
these guys. Jeffrey, I like to call him Jeffrey.
I love it.
I can call
I
him a
love
lot
it.
worse. There's a lot worse Jeffreys. I don't want to make the joke, okay? I don't want to get sued by him, but
Oh
there's
my
worse
god.
Jeffreys. There's worse
Next.
Jeffreys in the world, all right?
Oh my
Anyways,
god.
all these guys have put in a lot of work for better, for worse. I mean, mostly for better, obviously. I wonder how their legacy. I wonder what your thoughts on this. Like, what's the legacy of this season for these guys, right? Like, all these different players. How are they viewed in terms of? I don't want to say history because they're just one team at one time. How are they viewed in terms of Jay's history? I should ask you if they lose in the ALCS.
Yeah. I think no matter what happens here, this season will be remembered the way that we remembered the 2015-16 season. The both of those years nothing really happened, but we still view guys like Pilar, Encarnacion, Batista, Donaldson as legends, right? These guys, they come out to pitch, it roars in there, it roars. This season felt different because this team had no expectations. We were supposed to finish last in the East. We were supposed to finish last. We obviously ended up winning. This team was the year of the underdogs and the comeback kids or the comeback kings, whatever you want to call them. This team, I think, will be remembered as the greatest Blue Jays team in 20, 30 years since minus the World Series years in the 90s. This team will be remembered as the best team over the 15, 16 years because someone like George Springer, who is 36 years old, who's supposed to be nearing retirement, has one of the greatest years of his entire life. We see someone like Addison Barger, who was a nobody, Nathan Lucas, a Miles Straw, and Ernie Clement. We then see them bring up a guy like Trey Savage in a playoff game. This team was a year of destiny. It was a year of friendship. It was a year of hope. And this team, I think, will be remembered as one of the greatest Blue Jays teams of all time.
Correct me if I'm wrong. What year was Joey Bass? 2015.
That one was 15. Yeah, yeah.
So my only thing, and I think you'll agree with me, Jacqueline, and it's for really a lot of sports teams. There's a lot of great memories from the season, and you hope to remember them. But this is the truth about memories and time and how your memories fade. If you ask me about the 2015 season, all I really remember is Jose Bautista bat flip. I remember a quick fight with some idiot on the Rangers.
I think that may have been the next year, the
That's
fight.
my so I actually
Yeah,
proved my
15,
so
16 is like, yeah, I know what you
so
mean. It's boggled in the mind.
but what's funny about you saying that, Jacqueline, is that actually I proved my own point by accident because I'm trying to make the point that you only remember very specific things. So my only point is like I remember 15 the bat flip. I'll never forget the bat flip, right? Like you don't forget that. I remember Edwin's home run in the playoffs. I was there for Edwin's
Yeah,
walk off.
unreal,
So
unbelievable. Yeah.
so you only remember like the big moments. I guess not my fear, but my only thing is you don't remember the whole body of work. You remember the one big moment. So I'll never forget the Bautista bat flip. So the truth is, Jacqueline, in 10 years, we look back on this team. Like, I think if there's one thing you remember, you probably remember Savage's performance because it was so insane out of the box that if you said to me, what's the most memorable thing from the playoffs? I mean, Vladdy had huge home runs. I'd probably say Savage having that all-time game. So my only point is, I don't want to say my fear. It's not a fear, but it's like if they don't at least make the World Series, you'll sort of look back on great team, great run, a lot of guys who weren't necessarily wanted or at the tail end of their career who really did great things, but you won't remember that much. You really only remember championships. Like I can remember a lot of details about the Giants championships in 2007, 2011, right? I was a lot younger many years ago, but I can tell you things very specifically about those games, about, like I think in 2007 we were 10-point underdogs. Someone's going to fact check me and be like, what are you talking about? But like I remember being huge. Like there's things I can remember, where I watched, what it felt like, big plays, all that stuff. It will just be another. If they don't make at least the World Series, it will just be another great team, and that's okay. That's fine, right? That's not a bad thing. It's just the reality of 2015. I remember the bat flip and not much more.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to disagree with you. And this might be because I was a little more locked in early on. Like
Sure.
I look at 2015, I was 13 years old. I was at a sleepover camp during the summer. You know what I mean? So it wasn't like I was locked in the whole time. 2016, it was like, I'm going into grade 10 and it's like I wasn't as locked in, I guess you would say, on what was happening in the summer. This year, all my focus was on them. I'm doing this as my life, podcasting, getting my whole family into it, friends and family. And the Blue Jays really like were my summer and fall. And also it could be because I was at a lot more games this year. But for me, I think this is going to be one of those years that I don't forget because there were so many. Like I'm looking back at this year, and yeah, you listen. In 10 years, it could be irrelevant, right? It could be, but like I'm looking at that Canada Day game, which really changed everything. A George Springer grand slam, and I'm looking at all these comebacks, the most comebacks in the MLB, breaking franchise records. Right, that's the thing too. There's so many records out that were broken with the rookies and the home runs and the whatever. No, not even home runs. But anyways, a lot of different moments that I think will not be forgotten. I was at the game where they clinched the division. The Yankees won and the Jays had to win, and Kirk had a grand slam. So or Kirk stealing a base for the first time. Like there were so many moments that were pivotal to my life, at least. Like the Kirk game stealing a base was the first game that my brother actually like locked in to watch a game, and so that was a special moment. Or like the Canada game I was at, right, with such an incredible atmosphere, right, going to ALDS game 1 and seeing that win and seeing unbelievable stuff of Vladdy home run in the first inning, right? So and seeing Aaron Judge strike out, so with the bases loaded. But so there's so many moments that for me I think will always be remembered for me, and I think a lot of fans who were locked in early on will remember every moment that was impactful with, every game winner, a Tyler Heineman walk off, like a Miles Straw 2-run, a two homer game. So I think this year felt different than I think any other year, but that also could just be, as you said, like a recency bias and just being a little bit more locked in, of course. But I'm gonna look back in 10 years at this, and I hope I'm gonna look back and say, you know what, Jacqueline was right. Owen was wrong. This was a memorable year and something that I think is cherished for a long time.
What was your record this year, Jacqueline?
9-0.
So I got to tell you, that is unbelievable. I went to 3 games. My record's 1-2. Okay. You 9-0. I got to tell you, that's like honestly historic. Like Jays should like do a sponsorship with you or something. That's
Right?
unbelievable. I mean, if you think about it, I know this is a good team. This is not an undefeated team. If you took an average fan, put them at 10 games, they'll go 7-3. I don't know, 6-4, 8-2. They're gonna lose some games. I mean, you went 9-0. That is historic stuff. You got it. Like no, like seriously. Like you got to like spam the Jays. Like
How
I'm
do we
like
get this? Everyone who's watching this, like, tag the Jays.
yeah.
Get them
Like
to see this. Send me to a game.
Jacqueline, you understand that if you had season tickets, the Jays would go whatever 81-0. You undefeated. They wouldn't lose a game at
Yeah,
home.
guys, season tickets here, please, guys,
I mean,
come
I
on.
mean, I mean, honestly, Jacqueline, that like I understand also part of your positivity, part of your love. You didn't see them lose,
I didn't
Jacqueline.
see
If
them
I
lose.
went to 9 games and I was 9-0, I think I would say like like this team's the greatest. They
That's what
can't
I'm
lose.
saying. Yeah, it's like
All you do is win. Literally, all
all
you
I
do
do
is
is win, win,
win,
win, no
win,
matter
win.
what.
Yeah, get that copyright, girl. Get that copyright. I mean, it's literally, all you do is win, though. For real, right? Like it's so that's crazy. I mean, I
It
like
is.
going to next year. It's gonna be tough for you because let's assume next year you go to at least 6 games. When you have that first loss, you're gonna go. I
It's
haven't seen
gonna
us
burn.
lose. It's gonna burn.
It's gonna
It's gonna
hurt.
burn.
Like
You
I'm like scared
call
to
me
go to
up, Owen.
games.
How does it feel to lose, Owen?
Yeah,
I'll tell you
yeah.
how it feels to lose.
Like I went to a game in 2023 and they lost, I think, but like they were crap anyways. Like no one was at the game, and it was just
Yeah.
like we were just like kind of. I was just like there vibing. I don't think I even stayed for the game. I went with one of my friends who's not a Jays fan. I think we kind of just like got like a froze and sat in the nosebleeds and like ate some popcorn or something and just like
Yeah.
yapped the entire time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know what it's. Listen, I've seen the Giants lose 24-0 in Arizona, but before. I've seen brutal losses in sports before. I saw the New York Rangers lose in double overtime against Ottawa Senators in the playoffs when I was a diehard Rangers fan in Ottawa. I've been to those moments.
Yeah.
But 2025, Jacqueline Kula is undefeated at the Rogers Center. Like, it's unbelievable. And I know, like, I don't know what it's like to see a loss. I've only seen the Jays and the bottom of the ninth once this entire year because they were winning by so much in every other game.
Yeah.
Sorry, not a bottom. Yeah, bottom of the ninth.
I mean that's incredible. Like your record is undefeated, undisputed. Yeah, you'll see what it's like next year to come back down to earth. I guess for me, my biggest hope is just they make it a good series. You know, if they could take 2 of 3 in Seattle, go back into Toronto, down 3-2, I'd take it. You know, I
Yeah.
would totally take it. Do we know who's pitching tomorrow?
So it's Shane Bieber, who our pitchers were great during the Yankee series, except Shane Bieber. Shane Bieber was an extreme disappointment, our deadline guy. There are some nerves, but I say this every episode. I'm confident. The
I
vibes
also
are high, Owen.
I'm going to tell you why I'm confident because we have nothing to lose. So we don't
Exactly.
win this game, it's over.
Yeah.
It's a must
Yeah.
win. He
So
knows it. The team knows it. You have to think they're going to come out like pretty strong. You know, they're going to come out with purpose in the top of the first.
mhm.
So I actually feel good. I think he's going to come out loose because like there's no point of being nervous. If you lose this game, it's done. The season's over.
Because
So
then it's Scherzer game four.
yeah,
Supposed
yeah.
to be.
Like we're
Supposed to
not
be.
we're not coming back down 3-0. I'm sorry, Jacqueline. It ain't happening. So let's win tomorrow. Let's make it a series. Mr. Bieber, if you win, we'll call Justin Bieber. We'll celebrate. You know, like let's get it going, man. We need some good vibes. So I'll make my prediction right now, Jacqueline. Jays win 4-1. Okay? Jays win 4-1. Shane
Yeah.
Bieber has a fantastic game. We keep our series alive. Yeah, Jays win 4-1 tomorrow. That's my predictions.
Loving that positivity. I like a low scoring game because that's the way the Mariners did it against Tigers. They were all low scoring games, and the fact that they put up 10 runs yesterday is absurd. So yeah, I see a low scoring game, and I see Bieber getting it done. Cy Young winner, veteran. We got him for a reason. The guys need to hit the ball though, and
Mhm.
one of the guys who like Vladdy nowhere, has been nowhere this series. I can't believe you went to a game with with like what how well hold on, we got more hits though in this game. We did hit the
Six,
ball.
6 hits, I think, right?
Okay, so you know what, we hit, but I can't believe like you saw Vladdy look like regular season Vladdy, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it
it's
was.
not fair, it's not fair because Vladdy, like what is going on? Where is this New York Yankees Vladdy?
I mean, life isn't fair, Jacqueline. It's like I go to the game and he's cursed, and he's cursed, right? It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's listen, that Springer double though to start off the inning was pretty electric though, right? And
Electric.
Nathan Lucas, man,
Yeah.
legend.
Yes.
I love that guy. So yeah, you know what? It's we need to see Vladdy step up. Springer is really good at the beginning of games. I think JD Bunker was talking about this morning or yesterday, where Springer's really good at starting off games, but then it's like he kind of goes silent later on. So we need a lot more. But I've a question here, Owen.
Yeah.
How would this series look like if Bo Bichette was healthy and in the lineup?
Interesting to say. I don't know how different it is. I mean, Bo's a great player, great hitter. I think over the years he's definitely, improved defensively, like most guys do in their career. Um, I don't know. Bo Bichette's a difference maker. It's so hard to say. Like, it's baseball's a streaky game, and you could look like a hero for 5 games, and all of a sudden you're the villain, and you can't get your bat on the ball. It's really hard to say if Bo comes back cold, not playing the end of the season in the first round. Maybe he's rusty and doesn't look good. So I don't
Yeah.
know it's hard to say. Like one guy, it's really hard to say. Does this one guy really make a big
Yeah.
difference? Um, I don't know. It's a really good question. I want to say it'd be the same result. That's my feeling. Is it'd be the same result.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? If he never got hurt at the Yankee game, in the regular season, this would be a totally different, I think everything would have been different, and that's how it always is. But the way Bichette was playing, the best hitter in baseball, the most hits, and he kept that record for a long time, even after he got hurt. Just people, guys caught up eventually, but yeah, if Bichette never got hurt, it's a different story. But yeah, you're right. If Bichette came back now, you don't know what version you're gonna get of someone who hasn't played, who hasn't been hitting, who hasn't been of this culture that they've built in the past weeks. So you're right. It changes a lot of things of getting a healthy Bichette or getting a so-so Bichette. And
Yeah.
yeah, you know what, the hitting would probably be better, but the defense, our defense, we'd have better defenders out there because of that. Like
Yeah.
we have Ernie and Addison and Jimenez there, so I think that makes me feel a bit better than Bichette. He's a good shortstop, don't get me wrong, but he's not a great shortstop. He's a great hitter, and that's why we want him on this team. So yeah, you know what, a healthy Bichette would make a lot of differences, I think. But if we brought Bichette back for this, like he kind of got healthier or whatever, yeah, I think you're right. I think it wouldn't make a lot of difference because I think they feed off of each other. When one guy's in a slump, they're all in a slump. But then when one guy's hitting well, they all get it going.
Yeah.
So you know what, it's hard to say, but you know what, I'm confident that this team is going to get it done. They're the comeback kids. They've had a wacky year. They've won games that they should not have won. If there's a team that I'm going to put faith in, it's going to be the 2025 Toronto Blue Jays.
I will say this, Jacqueline, to points you've made in the past and today, like it's a crazy team. It's a bit of a wacky team. Like they weren't supposed to be here. If you said that we came second last and only the Rays finished after us, I'd be like, makes sense.
Yeah.
I in some ways still think maybe it's a team of destiny. It was never going to be easy. They always were going to take the long road. I think it was almost too easy against the Yankees. So if you told me they end up coming back and winning the series, I don't think it's impossible. Anything great, you have to work towards, and you're going to have some adversity along the way. So I don't think it's over yet. I don't think it looks good. But this team, this team is scrappy. This team fights. And look, it was, like I said, it was never going to be easy. So maybe this is what they need. Maybe they need a wake-up call. And we'll see Wednesday night in Seattle, in the north, in the north of Seattle. Can the boys from the north win in the north? That's the big question.
I believe it. And another thing with this series is that I really like the guys on the Mariners. I like that team. The Yankees, there was so much more to it. The Yankee series felt bigger a little bit than the ALCS, which is so weird. But you know what I mean? Because there was that rivalry, there was the hatred that we have for each other. No one likes Yankees fans. Like there was so much to it, and just Aaron Judge and Giancarlo Stanton of it all, and just the Aaron Boone and whatever. The Mariners are like, I like Cal Raleigh. I love Josh Naylor. Their fans seem awesome. They have a great system there. There's no hatred towards them. There's none. It's just we're just playing to win. But if the Jays lose, and I'm still confident that they're gonna win. I hope so. But if they lose, I'm cheering for Seattle in the World Series. No question.
See,
I like those guys.
This is where you're a nicer person than me, Jacqueline. I'm very petty. Very, very petty. I'll be cheering for their destruction. Not just their loss. Their destruction, their demise. I'm not one of those, you hear it all the time, right? I want to say that we won out against the best team.
I don't like that crap. I don't like that crap.
Yeah, I don't like that crap. Yeah. So I hear that all the time, people. No, listen, you beat us. I want you to burn in flames. I want you to lose 100-0. Whatever it takes.
Great.
Destruction. So I hope they get burned at the stake next round if they win. Yes, burned at the stake, okay?
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. You know what?
Yeah.
You are a lot of fans are like you. Yeah, you know what? I'm a little bit like we're all having fun at the end of the day. But that's the thing. Listen, if it was the Yankees, I would cry myself to sleep if we lose to the Yankees. Yeah. And I'm still gonna the series is not done. A lot of people think it's done. It's not done. I'm confident that we can still win it. But if we do lose it, I'm not gonna end up crying myself to sleep. I'm gonna be really upset. Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna be really upset. I might shed a tear or two, but I'm not gonna be angry because it's the Yankees. I'll be happy for Seattle because I like that team. Josh Naylor, who is Canada, Mississauga born man, rocks the Canada flag. he's like the nicest guy apparently in the world. And he's a Jays crusher right now. He's crushing the Blue Jays.
Yep.
But you kind of like, I kind of love the guy, right? So right now I don't. You have to hate the team right now, obviously. But when this series is over, like I like them. I like them, and I'm just I'm a little nicer, I guess. But like you'd never catch me saying that about the Cowboys or the Yankees.
Oh, and you know what? That's a great transition, Jacqueline. Speaking of the Cowboys, how about those New York Giants?
Woo! Look at you got Eli over here, Eli over there, Eli right there. I got a New York Giants hat right here. Owen, hold on, but before we celebrate this win, though, we got to talk about what we said on the podcast last week. You and I were saying that the Giants are not winning this game, and if they do win this game, they have to put their very best stuff, and the Eagles have to put their very worst stuff, and it will be a tight game. And boy, oh boy, were we wrong. The Giants won 34-17 against the Eagles. Oh my goodness, I'm so happy to be wrong, Owen. I'm so happy that you and I made a fool of ourselves on YouTube, on Spotify, on the podcast. Yes, biting our words, biting our tongue, regretting those words. How do we feel? So, Jays, guys, I'm still love you guys. Still upset about the loss these past 2 days. But now, New York Giants time, baby. Yeah, how are we feeling?
Look, I think there's one thing we can say for certain, and Jackson Dart is for real. I mean, look, he's 2-1. Great game against the Chargers. Yeah. Better game against the Eagles, one of the best teams in the league. Bad game against the Saints where he turned the ball over a lot and didn't look good. On to this game against the Eagles. He was fantastic. Cam Scatterbo, amazing. 3 touchdowns. But Dart was there, man. Every throw, it felt like 3rd down, 4th down. He was there. He was in the pocket. Yeah. I mean, you saw Brian Dable almost had a heart attack.
In the tent. Oh my!
He tried to bull rush the tent, the guy. I mean,
that was crazy. Yeah, you are not allowed to do that.
No, you can't do that. So I mean, I feel great. I think the biggest thing, Jacqueline, is this season more than likely. I know me and you were joking like Super Bowl. Look, this season's probably over. I see your face light up. Look, we're 2-4 right now. Odds are, Jacqueline, that obviously we won't do anything. Okay, odds are. But more important, Jacqueline, it's actually more important than this season. What I'm going to say is I legitimately think we have a franchise quarterback. We have a guy who he needs to learn to slide a little bit because he does scare me when he gets hit.
Head first,
like it scares me. But in all honesty, I think we have a guy who's resilient, a guy who keeps fighting, a guy who doesn't give up, who has a good arm, who has good pocket presence, who can take off, who has wheels, who has everything you look for in a quarterback. And I think we have our franchise quarterback finally. We have not had a franchise quarterback since Eli Manning. And dare I say, and I don't want to insult the 2026 Hall of Famer, but dare I say, Jacqueline, a more talented quarterback than Eli Manning. I think we finally have our franchise quarterback, guy who can lead us into the playoffs. So damn am I excited. It was a beautiful win. The best running back in the NFL, the best rookie running back in the NFL, maybe the best running back in the NFL, 3 touchdowns. Jacqueline, I want to know how you're feeling about your boy Cam Scatterbo.
Boy, oh boy, I love being right, Owen. Like I am one of those people that I love to be right, and I love to have this podcast where I can show. I have the receipts.
Yep.
I have the receipts with the podcast.
Yep.
I said it back in April.
You did.
Cam Scatterbo was drafted 4th round to the Giants, and I said right away, I'm like, Owen, this is the steal of the draft. Cam Scatterbo, how the hell did this guy fall in the draft? And I was saying that during the bowl season. I'm like, this is a stud. This is a real guy that you want on your team. He's a lunatic. You can tell in college football. He's a lunatic. I called it. And oh boy, I love being right. Because Cam Scatterbo was the most electric player in the NFL. He is the scariest player in the NFL. I fear for his health, though. I really need him to take it easy with the headbutting, with everything. I need him to be careful, and I hope the doctors are watching him closely all the time. Yeah. But oh boy, Cam Scatterbo is a real treat to have on this team, especially going up against Saquon Barkley. They only gave him like 15 touches, I think. But dude, having Cam Scatterbo, man, he's never down. The play is never over with him. Yeah. He trucks you. He finds a way to get open. Then he'll do a backflip in the end zone just for fun. Cam Scatterbo is electric. He's unbelievable. He's a wild guy. He's a personality. We have the names of this team. And I want to go back to what you said about Eli Manning and Jackson Dart. Eli's my guy forever. Forever. And as much as I love Eli, he wasn't the most talented quarterback in the NFL, right? He had no wheels, right? Him and Peyton, like, nothing. Those guys could not run.
Negative wheels.
Negative wheels, sorry. Negative wheels. Thank you, Owen. Those guys cannot run to save their lives. Eli was great because of his pocket presence and just because of the system that we had around him. We had a great defense, whatever. Eli is Eli. But it's also a different generation of football where there's no more Tom Brady's and Peyton Mannings and Eli Mannings. There's guys like Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen. You got to be on your feet. You got to be quick. You got to be sturdy. You're going to get hit. Jackson Dart is exactly what that is on this team. We have someone who can move, can use his feet well. As you said, he needs to learn how to slide a little bit better. I don't love the head first diving.
Yeah.
And he has a wicked arm, a cannon of an arm. And the best thing, too, that I love about him is that's the first time ever that a quarterback in New York has swagger. Eli had his own form of swagger. Never going to take that away from him.
Sure.
But Jackson Dart is the coolest guy in the NFL. He has to be. With the eye black, the Star Wars eye black is the coolest thing I've ever seen. The way he talks, the confidence he shows, there's no nerves. When I would see Daniel Jones in the pocket, there was shakiness. When I see Jackson Dart in the pocket, he's ready for whatever comes at him. He's ready. So that's how I feel. Jackson Dart is the most talented quarterback I think that the Giants have had ever.
Yeah, I would love, honestly, I know this is a little bit, and obviously we have Malik Neighbors. I would love next year if we drafted a receiver. I know I'm sort of switching the script a little bit, but you've sort of seen our receivers are a bit exposed without Malik, whatever the kids call him.
Leak,
Leak. I would love another receiver. Honestly, I'm not saying it has to be a first round pick, but maybe a second and a third. I would just love to see some more depth on this team. We got a great quarterback now, someone I'm confident in. I think someone all of Giants Nation will be confident in.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to draft a receiver next year. And look, I have high hopes for this team. Yeah. I have really high hopes.
Vibes are high.
Vibes are high. Look, we started 2-4. It's going to be tricky. Making the playoffs, difficult. But I will say, Jacqueline, we get another good receiver. Next year, we have Scadaboo. We have Dart. We have Leak. We have Brian Burns. We have Kayvon Thibodeau. We got Sexy Dexy.
Abdul Carter. That defense.
We are a threat. Maybe even we draft a tight end. Whatever. We have Theo Johnson.
I like Theo Johnson. He's Canadian.
No.
Is
it's Canadian. Good Canadian boy. Listen, I like it. I just think we are a serious threat next year, and people watch out for the NFC East because next year these New York Football Giants will be balling out. I think if we have a true number two beside Neighbors, like imagine you had like a T. Higgins beside Malik
hold
Neighbors.
on. I don't want to interrupt you, but who says we don't make a trade though for a wide receiver? Because
I don't mind.
Right? Yeah. I've seen something about Jalen Waddle, maybe Dolphins receiver.
Okay.
There's a lot of guys that I don't think are too happy with their system, and I think there's a lot of teams that want to make changes. And I think the Giants could be buyers in this trade deadline here. And I think we can get a receiver.
A T. Higgins, a Jalen Waddle, one of those guys who's like on a really good number two, I would be thrilled, right? You get a guy like that beside Malik Neighbors. I mean, it'd be incredible. Like, incredible. And listen, Cam Scadaboo, I mean, honestly, the way this guy runs, Jacqueline, he is like a Frank Gore. He is like a Brandon Jacobs. This guy runs with purpose. I mean, like, you think of the scary running backs in NFL. I'm talking about not finesse. I'm not talking your Chris Johnson, but I'm talking like your scary, big boned, like I just said, like your Brandon Jacobs, your Frank Gore, these really big, bulky guys. I mean, I think right away, Cam Scadaboo, man. Like, he's unbelievable. He's unbelievable. He runs like a truck.
It's insane.
He runs like, I don't even know. He runs like an 18-wheeler coming at you, and has no quit in him. Zero quits.
He is, we saw that in college football, which is why, and he was like 5th in Heisman voting too. So to see him drop, I was like, what is going on? This is Cam freaking Scadaboo. I think a lot of teams are probably worried about him, right, for the longevity of his career and also a system and whatever. NFL and college football are so different, and there's reasons why scouts passed on him. But look, scouts passed on Tom freaking Brady too.
Yeah.
Right? So, and Derrick Henry, wasn't he a second-round pick?
Derrick Henry, I'm not sure.
Like that.
But that's also a guy who runs with tons of purpose.
Gronk got drafted late. I'm just saying that there's, the scouts don't always get it right. Teams don't get it right. Let's Scattaboo. Like, no one's talking about Genty, Raiders running back. Has anyone talked about that guy? No. The only running back anyone's talking about in the NFL is Cam Scattaboo. And I drafted him in fantasy football, by the way. Thank you very much.
Wow.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I drafted him in fantasy football. I didn't even know how many touches he was going to get this season in his rookie year. But I'm like, I'm going to get my boy. I was hot on him in April. I'm hot on him still. Drafted him. Got me like 31 points this week. I won by like 7 points. Zach Ertz, by the way, was huge for me last night in the Commanders-Bears game. So thank you, Ertz. Thank you, Ertz. I tip my cap to you, Commanders. And also, shout out to the Cowboys, Eagles, and Commanders all losing this week, baby. Panthers beat the Cowboys. What? Bears beat the Commanders. What? And the Giants beat the Eagles. Yes. Thank you very much. Dude, the culture is there. There's actually like a swagger to the Giants.
Yeah.
We haven't had this. Daniel Jones, I love that he's having success on the Colts. Part of me's bitter. Well, part of me was bitter. But now having Jackson Dart, I'm so much happier. He's the coolest guy. And I was, remember you and I were like, why didn't we get Shedeur Sanders? We got Jackson Dart.
Yeah.
Listen, I still think Sanders deserves a shot in the league, and I don't really know what's going on there in Cleveland, and I don't know what's going on with Sanders. He deserves a shot in the league. But man, I'm so happy to have Jackson Dart. Dude, he went 17 for 25, passing touchdown. He only got sacked twice, which is something you hear not a lot of in Giants offensive line. Offensive line has been great, and Andrew Thomas. It's exciting stuff. And Scattaboo was just short of 100 rushing yards. Like, man, this team. Wan'Dale Robinson is unbelievable too. Like, what is going on? It's just the culture is back, and it's exciting.
I really think this New York team, Jacqueline, is one wide receiver away from a deep playoff run. We get one more receiver. We shore up the offensive line a little bit. We have an exciting team. We have a great defensive line. We have a great running back. We have a great quarterback. We have a great number one wide receiver. We can do some serious damage. We're one draft away, one trade deadline away from being a serious contender. The 2026-2027 New York Football Giants will make the playoffs. Mark my words.
Marking it. Listen, I'm gonna say that they're gonna be a wild card team this year. I'm saying it. I'm saying it right now that this team will be a wild card team.
I love you, Jacqueline, because I can't wait for next week when we're crashing out. Like, I'm going to text you, crash out, crash out, crash out. Like, I can't wait just to,
listen, we cannot let this Blue Jay season end yet, because that is what's keeping me going from all these Giants crash tests that we have every week. Like you and I were watching that Chiefs game and we were just crashing out, but then it's like, oh, well, the Blue Jays are great at least. So we need the listen, to have another thing though too, with that Thursday night win with this. So I didn't watch the first half. Remember, I told you I was going to see a movie. I'm pissed that, I didn't watch the entire game, and I don't get to say, I was confident. I was excited, but my mind is still on Blue Jays, as it should be. It's playoff time, right? It's a regular season over playoffs. Your mind has to be on whatever team's in the playoffs at the time. But if the season ends this week, it's like everything's going to be going towards the Giants, and I'm a little bit scared for that. So, listen, I just want the Jays to win the freaking World Series, and whatever happens with the Giants will happen. I'll be fine with that. But, listen, Giants Super Bowl is back on, baby. Giants Super Bowl is back on.
Listen, Jonathan, if you want to plan the parade, I'll be there. I'll be in New York with you.
Dude, if we win, we're going to New York. Okay, if the Giants win this, hold on. Should we make a bet right now?
What's the bet?
You get a New York Giants tattoo?
Deal. If the Giants win the Super Bowl, I'll get a Giants tattoo. This year. You're talking this year.
This year, 2025, 2026 season.
If they win the Super Bowl, I'll one-up it, Jacqueline. Me and you go to New York, I get the tattoo in New York.
Ooh, okay.
At the parade. The day of the parade or the day before the parade, we will go and I'll get the New York Giants tattoo.
I'm going to plan already. I'm going to look at hotels immediately. Perfect. The Giant Super Bowl's back on. Let's go. So hopefully this is what we want. We want Owen with the newly shaved head. Well, actually, no, it'll be growing back already by February, but shaved head. And a New York Giants tattoo. Is that what we're going to get, baby? Is that what we're going to get?
Oh, I'd be a happy boy. I'd be a very happy boy if we get that. So
That'll be filmed on the podcast, guys. Don't you worry. Oh, and I'm gonna be in school. Don't worry. I'll be able to go
we'll figure it
for a
out.
parade.
We'll
Yeah,
figure it
we'll
out.
figure it out. But yeah, no, I think we got to wrap it up quickly though. I just want to say the Bills are the Bills in trouble. Your brother's a big Bills guy. Yesterday was a bad day for a lot of Toronto fans because the Leafs lost,
Ah,
the Jays lost, and a lot of
yeah.
Toronto are Bills fans. Bad day. How is your brother feeling? How is just the energy
Yeah.
going on with the Bills?
He was devastated. He was pissed about the Leafs, pissed about the Bills, pissed about the Jays. Okay, I'm gonna say this about the Bills, not in trouble. Great team, going through growing pains. I think any great team is gonna struggle. There's you saw with the Patriots, it's cursed if you go undefeated. I think the Bills will make a deep playoff run. I think that they don't have to worry about the Ravens or the Chiefs. I think the Bills are in the best position they've ever been in. I know they're struggling as a team, but I think they don't have the same roadblocks they've had in past years. My prediction is the Bills make the Super Bowl this year. Jacqueline's prediction is a Bills Giants Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I don't know if I agree with that, but my prediction right now, and I'm saying this after back-to-back losses, the Bills do make the Super Bowl. I don't know if I'm going to predict they win, but right now, going off of back-to-back losses, I'm going to say the Buffalo Bills will be in the Super Bowl this season.
Interesting. Yeah, listen, if I'm going off of minus the Giants, then I would say Bills Lions, and I think that's what like everyone wants anyways. It would be a Bills Lions, and I know the Lions lost to the Chiefs this week, but yeah, I think the Lions are still like the best team of the NFC. The Packers, I think, are like I know we were so hot on the Packers, you were, and I was, you were hot on the Lions. We've kind of reversed that a little bit. I still think the Lions are the best team in the NFC. I'm hoping the Giants can make a run there. But yeah, if I'm going like realistically, it's probably going to be a Bills Lions. And one more thing, the Buccaneers. Whoa, they are a good team. Is Baker Mayfield are they legit?
You know what's crazy? You say that, Jacqueline?
Yeah.
I texted my dad and brother in our group chat. And that's so funny you said to me. I literally said to them maybe 2 hours ago, Baker Mayfield inspires me.
Wow.
Yeah, I swear to you.
Read your
I'm not
freaking
kidding.
mind.
Yeah, so it's crazy because we're in a group chat, and I said, guys, if it's not the Giants, if it's not the Bills, I hope it's the Bucs and Baker Mayfield. I don't know what it is. I sort of always felt like he reminded me of Johnny Manziel, despite the crash out. Minus the career crash out.
100%.
This guy turned it around. 40 touchdowns last year. He looks fantastic. The Bucs are what, 4-2, 5-1? What are they?
5-1, yeah.
5-1. They look terrific. That guy inspires me a lot. I'm happy for him. He looks good in that red. He looks good in a Buccaneers jersey. Seriously, if it's not the Bills or the Giants, I hope it's the Buccaneers.
Yeah.
That's a good franchise. They have a great leader. I totally,
wow.
I agree with you. I think he's fantastic. I think he's an inspiring story, and I think they can make a serious run.
The fact that Mayfield was on the Panthers and Rams at some point of the past couple of years is so crazy to me because what a switch up has happened in his career with obviously he was supposed to be the Browns and we saw a lot of spark there and then it just went downhill. He became a Rams quarterback, a Panthers quarterback. I think he was somewhere else at one point. His whole career changed coming to Tampa Bay. Like his career was over a couple of years ago. He was done. He was a backup or a third string, whatever, and he was the next Johnny Manziel. And I remember saying that too when he was drafted because he was like the party boy. He was a bit of a show off guy. Boy, oh boy, he has proved us wrong, and I'm so happy to see him.
I'm going to tell you something fun. Week 11, I'm going to Buffalo for Bills Bucs. What a game that will be.
Oh my gosh.
There's Baker Mayfield in Buffalo, Week 11. Jacqueline, I can't wait for that
game. When is that? November?
Listen, I want all the shivers. December, November? I don't know. I want all the shivers, though.
So you're going Week 11. Okay. Oh,
Bill
shoot.
Bucs.
While you're at the game, I'm in Minnesota.
Let's go.
I'll be at the Vikings-Bears game with the cousins and the uncles. Okay, so we got a lot of football that day. Oh, that'll be a good recap episode afterwards.
Oh, yeah. That'll be great.
Oh, boy. Yeah, you know what? Exciting stuff. Jays, okay, we have to wrap it up here. But Jays, I got my postseason hat. I'm hoping to get a World Series hat when we win the World Series. Season is not over. The series is not over. The Jays, if there's one team that can do it, it is the 2025 Toronto Blue Jays. Shane Bieber on the mound. I am expecting a Vladdy home run tomorrow night. Vladdy's going to make a comeback. We're going to see a big game from him. We're going to see everyone contributing. We're going to see everyone doing something. It's going to be a good game. We're going to get runs, and I think a 4-1 prediction is a good pick on you. Giants, I'm hot on the Giants. Vibes are high. It's exciting stuff. Got to get a Jackson Dart or Scatterbo jersey, I think, soon. I think we have to cop that soon.
Yeah.
And, a lot of exciting stuff happening. Hockey season has just started. Basketball season's on its way very soon. Go Jays go, and go Giants go, baby.
Let's go. Go Jays. Go Giants. Jays win 4-1 tomorrow. Book
I
it.
like that. Thank you, Owen, for coming on, man. Great
Thank you.
episode. We were going for
Yep.
like 50 minutes almost. I hope you guys all enjoyed this. I had a blast. I had a blast in this
So
one.
much fun.
The
So much
vibes,
fun.
Owen, the vibes are freaking high.
The vibes are up. The vibes are
The
up.
vibes are up. Wait, one more. How quiet
Yeah.
was it at the end of the game last night?
Yeah.
The
It
Jays game?
started
How
off as
quiet?
it started off as one of the greatest crowds I've ever been to.
Yeah.
By the end of the game, it felt like a Toronto Maple Leafs game. That tells you all.
Wow. Wow. So it was like dead silent.
Yeah, it felt like the suits at the Leafs game.
Damn.
Yeah.
Sorry, but at least you got a rally towel.
I did.
So cherish that.
Want it all. Want it all.
Want it all, baby. We're gonna win it all. All right, everybody. Thank you all for watching. Thank you, cousin Owen, for coming on. Lots of fun chatting. Hope you guys all enjoy. If it's on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button. Give this episode a like if you enjoyed it. Spotify, give this follow. Give this channel a follow. And see you guys next time. Peace.
Peace.